Another game here from Lamb Sauce King versus Coops. Lamb Sauce grabbing the buffed up Hierotitan, but then the still terrible Tomb Scorpions. Good luck. Fortunately for him, or maybe the reason he brought them, is he is against Slaanesh. Slaanesh, even with their Fiend updates, are still their number one weakness is large armored single entities. Without reliable halberd units or good focusing fire armor piercing units or good anti-large duelists of their own, Slaanesh just really struggles to kill big targets. So we have two Tomb Scorpions here for the Tomb Kings. Hierotitan as well, Spirit Leech and Shem's Burning Gaze. Skeleton Horseman, Necropolis Knights, Kepler Guard, and Grand Hierophant Kotep with Usirian's Incantation of Vengeance and Jaff's Incantation Cursed Blades. Other than that, it's just a bunch of Skeleton Chaff. Cool. First, Slaanesh have a couple Chaos Furies with their armor piercing, some Hell Striders, a little bit of anti-large there. Fiends of Slaanesh are pretty good. The Exalted Keeper of Secrets with Pavane and Acquiescence. Then a front line of Forsaken and Devoted Marauders should be enough to deal with the Tomb King's Chaff. Tomb King's Chaff is some of the combat worst in the game. Like, most other front lines can beat them, but that's kind of... It's not like you're expecting them to win when you're playing the Tomb Kings. You're not like, man, my Skeleton Warriors are going to body some fools. So there they go with their crazy little spike swords, battering the Skeleton Warriors, but two Tomb Scorpions trying to help out, executing some of the Devoted Marauders, diving around, knocking over their own skeletons like jerks. Okay. Anyway, Hierotitan standing back ominously. So are the Necropolis Knights. Ooh, this one got involved, but looks like they're quite outdone in this fight. Fury surrounding them on all sides. Fiends also in here. The Necropolis Knights are getting worked on, and Kotep's also going to get surrounded. We need these other Necropolis Knights and Skeleton Horsemen to get involved somewhere at some point, but it looks like right now the Micro is focused on that little blob fight down there, and the double Tomb Scorpions right in the face of the Exalted Keeper of Secrets. And I'm getting a little worried here for the Tomb Kings. Pushed off one Hellstrider, they've done a little bit of damage to some Chaos Furies, but overall losing the Necropolis Knight and another Skeleton Horseman is pretty rough. And on the front line, Tomb Scorpion's taking a lot of damage, fighting back against the Exalted Keeper of Secrets as the Hierotitan wades into the fray, do a little bit of damage here and there. There come the Necropolis Knights to help out. And Kotep still trying to get to safety of his Kepler Guard, though he himself is taking a lot of damage. It looks like he's either going to get netted. Yeah, he's netted and silenced with the Furies there, as Fiends are breaking away from finishing off the Necropolis Knights, instead heading over to Kotep. As he chucks out his Ushapti summon, just to buy himself a little bit more time. The Chaos Furies are going to die just as that is happening. Tomb Scorpion seems to have stopped its bleeding for now. Ha! Because it's a Tomb King, it doesn't bleed, but anyway, whatever. Never mind that. Ignore that. Delete that from your memory. Yeah. The Exalted Keeper of Secrets has had issues getting to him anymore, so he's just kind of stabilized for the time being. It's not just falling a little bit behind the balance of power. Rampage in onto Kotep, still just really trying to keep him into fights and stop him from casting spells, it looks like. I think every time he casts spells, he does reset all of the Exalted Keeper's cooldowns by 15 seconds. So just not a big old fan of that. Not really. The Kotep Lord Snipe, unfortunately for Slaanesh, did not work out. The Ushapti summon will fade away, but Kotep is safe and sound for now. As another Pavane of Slaanesh is cast on the Necropolis Knights with halberds, forcing them to chase after these random Devoted Marauders, while Fiends countercharge them and get a bit more free damage off. Exalted Keeper of Secrets is also thinking about wading into that fight. She wasn't too sure, but now she's hopping in. Even going to start draining them down soon if their leadership falls enough that her little Mortis engine can start proccing. Tomb Scorpions have dove back to help with the Forsaken. These guys should route soon. They can't Terror route because Slaanesh, you know, ITP and all that. But how will Slaanesh deal with the big single entities? That is really the question. Good damage out onto a lot of these guys so far. The Exalted Keeper, there's a couple things working for Slaanesh against the Undead. One, it's really easy to stack up your army passive when stuff starts crumbling and you're fighting them. It counts as if they're routing, so then you just get a whole bunch of kills for your army passive. But also the Exalted Keeper heals and drains down your life if you're ever low on leadership, which the skeletons and zombies and everything, they're always balanced around having lower leadership and then they crumble forever. So that just really helps this lady do more damage and heal up. Slaanesh has those going for him. Acquiescence, Soporific Musk, taking the Hierotitan down to 17 melee defense while he's fighting against the Fiends and the Exalted Keeper. But his massive HP pool and standing on top of his own infantry support is saving him from a lot of the extra damage, as other Fiends are going to charge into the Kepler Guard. They get a Japs and Contagious Curse Blades. Overcast, giving them bonus versus large, but the damage hurt Kotep quite a bit. Now the Fiends are actually just going to back off and let that spell run its course without him involved. We still have 2 Tomb Scorpions, still at about the same HP they've been for quite a while. And Slaanesch's infantry is starting to look rather tattered. They still have a good amount of health on their Fiends, considering how long the game's gone on, right? So for this point in the game, they have a good amount of HP. And this Exalted Keeper is still just trying to heal up from these spears that are surrounding her. Kotep's in a bit of danger. The Exalted Keeper Secrets is wandering this way. Gonna try and get a good hit in. Misses the charge attack, but is starting to just drain Kotep due to his low leadership. And man, if she can get one hit on him, if she misses again, but if she can get one hit on him, there we go. That'll start his crumbling. And should lead to his death. Should. Meanwhile, the Tomb Scorpions are here, so is the Hierotitan and the Kepler Guard holding it down for now. Kotep is surviving for a bit. Exalted Keeper not managing to get more hits on him. I'm kind of surprised his leadership rallied so well, but now the Exalted Keeper is completely surrounded by constructs. They're stinging her in the back as the Hierotitan punches her in the face. He even gets a jab, Incantation Curse Blades, and she needs to run for it. How's her HP doing after all that? Actually, pretty fine. Pretty fine. We have some Forsaken fighting the Kepler Guard. Fiends need to be doing more cycle charging in. It looks like for now they're just sitting back, trying to get some vigor back. That one is very tired. That one is very tired. And they charge onto these Skeleton Spears, who are braced, but they're already crumbling a bit. So every kill the Fiends get on them is huge. But can you kill the single entities, Slaanesh? Kepler Guard with their magic damage going to get through the Fiends' physical resistance. They don't like that, so they'll try and back off. And what is that, a Pavane? Pavane of Slaanesh trying to rampage Kotep. Gets a little bit of damage on him, but it's much more about rampaging him so he can't cast any spells or make any decisions. But unfortunately, I don't know how effective that's really going to be, because he just ends up in all of his single entities that are going to block out your Keeper's Secrets. They're playing bodyguard for a bit. While they are busy, it looks like Fiends are going to rear charge him, and they really just need one solid impact to take Kotep out forever. Seductive Glory rampages him too as another Japs Incantation to Curse Blades. Hurts the Fiends by quite a lot. Other Fiends are coming in for Kotep, who's still taking damage. And there, it looks like he's finally gonna take significant damage and get to that crumbling point. That's all we need, is the frickin' crumbling point. But he hangs on for now, surrounded by Fiends, not taking as much damage as I would expect. There we go, he's finally crumbling. Jesus. Alright, one Fiend fades away. We still have another Fiend here, and Kotep is doomed for real this time. I know I've been saying it for like the last hour and a half, but there, he died. So Tomb Kings, no more cooldown resets. No more healing. What do you got left? Kepler Guard, almost at their heal cap as they slowly grind their way up. They have natural regeneration. They don't need to be in melee to proc it. The Fiends and Exalted Keeper going a little bit far out to get to safety. They didn't have to go that far. Nice acquiescence onto the Hierotitan. Down to that 17 melee defense again. The Tomb Scorpions are diving in, but the Fiends are here, and the Fiends are happy to take this fight as long as the Kepler Guard aren't in it. It's as soon as the Kepler Guard join that you get infantry support and they get poked down, but surrounding a single entity like this, they'll do pretty well. And the scary duelist lady is going to get into a fight with the Hierotitan, knocking him back over and over again. Ooh, laser eyes to the face. That even hurt you? Doesn't look like it. For Slaanesh, they just have their Lord and the Fiends left, really. Everything else is on its way out. And solo, it won't make a difference as I briefly go into the skies. Hierotitan's taking a lot of damage fighting this Exalted Keeper. She's just is way more built for this dueling than he is. She's given him, what, for 2,400 value and climbing. Tomb Scorpion is crumbling. Hierotitan's almost crumbling, but remember, they're healing up this Slaanesh caster as long as their leadership is nice and low. There's a Rampage plus... what is going on here? Seductive Glory, Acquiescence, and Soporific Musk onto the Kepler Guard, taking them down to 0 melee defense, and yeah, I bet after all those debuffs. The Tomb Scorpions are about dead. Hierotitan's about dead as he tries to get any extra shots he can onto the Keeper of Secrets. Really, it's the Kepra Guard that are going to be the big winners of this game. As the Fiends are about to fade away, the Exalted Keeper doesn't really know how to deal with those Kepra Guard. She will finish off the Hierotitan. She will finish off the Tomb Scorpion with their Crumbling and with her Mortis Engine draining type effect. But I really don't know what she can do about the Kepra Guard. Balance power is 50-50, but I would definitely give it to the Tomb Kings right now, as things currently are, if no one rallies to the aid of Slaanesh. It doesn't look like it. They're down to officially one model, just being the Keeper of Secrets. Keeper doesn't have Lash of Slaanesh, doesn't have Slicing Shards, nothing to do with the Kepra Guard. I think even if it kills this Tomb Scorpion, it is doomed. Is that a Fascination? Fascination could be huge. No, it's a Pavane. Okay, Fascination does way more damage than Pavane, I believe. So you might just want to use it as a damage spell if you have that much the army ability left, but I'm not sure how much Slaanesh still has. They've been using a lot of army abilities, so could do it. Tomb Scorpion is down and out for the count. Keeper of Secrets is way up on the balance of power, though I think that is super fraudulent. 2,000 HP versus the 3,500, and you're fighting on top of the Kepra Guard, and they have healing, and you don't, unless their leadership gets low, which it currently is not even close. Kepra Guard gonna fight back against Exalted Keeper of Secrets. A bit of damage here and there, but so is she. Do we have a tier 3 army ability? I think that's really all that could change this. They've used way too many spells to have another Pavane, I don't think. So it is the tier 3 army ability or bust. Meanwhile, while we've been talking about this, the Exalted Keeper of Secrets has taken a bunch of damage. There's an Acquiescence that is a spell, but it's not a Pavane, so it's alright. Takes her melee defense down to 3, but with 50 melee attack, I really don't think she was having issues hitting them. That wasn't the problem. Kepra Guard are about heal capped as they're beating up on this Exalted Keeper of Secrets, who's down to 1,200 HP and falling. These guys still at 2,600, healing up a little bit here and there. Exalted Keeper of Secrets falling, but their leadership falls enough that it might start healing her up, and her Mortis Engine might proc. Can she get them low enough that if she can get healing too, then she should be able to win this. But the Kepra Guard are coming back a little bit on the balance power. She falls sub 1,000 HP. There definitely would have been a tier 3 army ability by now, so it doesn't exist. And she killing them at this leadership level isn't actually getting any extra army ability. Not Exalted Crumbling. Demonic Instability Crumbling finally takes the Keeper Secrets out. And like I said, the Kepra Guard are the big winners of this one. They hold on long enough to really turn the tide against Slaanesh. Nice close game. I'm surprised the Hierotitan died. I reviewed all these games a while ago to decide if I was going to cast them or not, and this was just in my folder of games to cast. But when I saw the Hierotitan, I'm like, oh, Hierotitan's going to be impossible to kill, but Slaanesh actually took it out pretty quickly. Really good value on the Tomb Scorpions and the Hierotitan. Necropolis Knights, less good value. Concept did well. For Coops, his Exalted Keeper did great, 3,700, as it tried to pull out a win. Marauders did fine, Forsaken did okay. Hellstriders, still really struggling. I think the last 3 Coops replays I've watched where he takes Hellstriders, they just kind of don't do very much. Chaosfears did okay, Fiends did fine, so GG. Hellstriders still probably suck. Basic Hellstriders. I don't know about the whips. The whips are probably, like, fine. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.